Every step you take, every beat of your heart, every breath you draw, there's one silent force making it all possible: muscle tissues. They are the hidden engines of life, working tirelessly behind the scenes. Some move under your command, like lifting your hand to wave, while others never wait for your permission, like the heartbeat that keeps you alive. So hello everyone, welcome back to Bioscholar. Today, we journey into the fascinating world of muscle tissues, the very motors of the human body. From skeletal to smooth to cardiac, we'll uncover their secrets, their power, and why without them, life would come to a standstill. Let's begin. These are skeletal muscles. They are the most abundant type of muscle in the human body, lying just beneath our skin. They cover our skeleton, give our body its shape, and make movement possible. Though the exact number of skeletal muscles isn't precisely known, scientists estimate there are over 650 in the human body. Skeletal muscles are made up of long threads called muscle fibers. Under a microscope, they appear striated, meaning they show a striped or banded pattern. These muscles attach to bones either directly or through strong connective tissues called tendons, which act like cords anchoring muscles to the skeleton. Unlike smooth or cardiac muscles, skeletal muscles are under voluntary control. This means we consciously control them through signals sent from the brain. Every time you walk, run, wave, or lift something heavy, it's skeletal muscle in action. Their functions go beyond simple movement. They maintain posture and balance by making tiny adjustments, even when we feel relaxed. They produce voluntary movements, ranging from small gestures like extending a finger, to complex, coordinated actions such as swimming. They form sphincters in the digestive and urinary tracts, allowing control over swallowing and urination. They play a role in thermoregulation. When muscles contract, they release heat, helping to maintain optimal body temperature. What makes skeletal muscle truly fascinating is its cellular organization. Skeletal muscle fibers are multinucleated. This happens because single nucleus precursor cells, called myoblasts, fuse together to form long cylindrical cells. The nuclei are located at the periphery of the cell, just beneath a thin connective tissue layer called the endomysium. Inside each fiber are myofibrils, and these contain myofilaments organized into repeating units called sarcomeres. Sarcomeres are the functional units of contraction. They are responsible for the striated appearance of skeletal muscle. Inside them are two types of filaments: actin, thin filaments, and myosin, thick filaments. Contraction occurs through the sliding filament mechanism, where actin and myosin filaments slide past each other to shorten the sarcomere, producing force and movement. Zooming out from the sarcomere, muscle fibers group into bundles called fascicles, each surrounded by connective tissue known as the perimysium. Several fascicles combine to form a whole muscle, which is wrapped in an outer layer called the epimysium. Together, the fascicles, connective tissues, blood vessels, and nerves make up a complete skeletal muscle. These muscles attach to bones in two ways: direct attachment, where the epimysium fuses with the bone's periosteum or cartilage; indirect attachment, where the connective tissue extends as a rope-like tendon or sheet like aponeurosis. For contraction to occur, skeletal muscle must be activated by neurons of the somatic nervous system, the voluntary part of our nervous system. Each muscle fiber is controlled by a motor neuron, forming what's called a motor unit. This nervous connection is what makes skeletal muscle unique compared to smooth and cardiac muscles. It responds only when we decide to move. Skeletal muscles are not just for movement. They shape our body, maintain posture, regulate temperature, and give us voluntary control over vital actions. With over 650 of them working together, they are the most versatile and powerful engines of the human body. Second type of muscles are cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscle, as the name suggests, is found only in the heart. Its one essential role is to contract rhythmically, pumping blood through the chambers of the heart and out to the rest of the body. This circulation delivers oxygen and nutrients to every living cell. Like skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle is striated, because its fibers contain myofibrils and sarcomeres, the machinery of contraction. But unlike skeletal muscle, the cells are short, branched, and usually contain one or two centrally placed nuclei. What makes cardiac muscle truly unique are the intercalated discs between cells. These contain gap junctions, which allow electrical signals to spread rapidly from one cell to another. As a result, millions of cardiac muscle cells contract together in perfect coordination, making the heart an efficient pump. Unlike skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle is involuntary. You don't think about making your heart beat. It happens automatically. This is because the heart has its own built-in conduction system, powered by specialized pacemaker cells. The autonomic nervous system can influence the heart rate, but the heartbeat itself is generated from within. In short, cardiac muscle is a remarkable tissue, self-regulating, involuntary, and tirelessly active. From birth until the last moment of life, it keeps beating, ensuring blood never stops flowing through the body. Third type of muscles are smooth muscles. Smooth muscle is found in the walls of our internal organs, such as the stomach, intestines, bladder, and blood vessels. Unlike skeletal and cardiac muscle, it does not have striations, which is why it appears smooth under the microscope. This muscle works involuntarily, meaning we have no conscious control over it. Instead, it is regulated by the autonomic nervous system. Smooth muscle is constantly at work behind the scenes, moving food along the digestive tract, controlling the flow of blood through vessels, and even adjusting the size of our airways. The cells of smooth muscle are spindle-shaped with a single, centrally located nucleus. When they contract, they do so more slowly than skeletal muscle, but they are capable of sustained, long-term contractions without tiring. In essence, smooth muscle is the silent worker of the body. We rarely notice it, but without it, processes like digestion, circulation, and breathing would come to a halt. These slides give a side-by-side comparison of the three muscle tissues, making the differences easy to understand. So, that wraps up our exploration of muscle tissues, the engines that keep our bodies moving, pumping, and functioning every single day. Without them, life itself would stand still. This is it for today's episode on tissues. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section, and don't forget to share your feedback. We truly appreciate it. If you learned something new, like this video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to Bioscholar for more engaging videos. For a detailed explanation on nervous tissues, make sure to watch the next video. I'll see you soon. Until then, keep exploring the wonders of life.